Most VPNs feel the same on the surface. Same promises, same buzzwords, same military-grade encryption copy and paste nonsense. Proton VPN is different. There's something unusual about it. It wasn't born in Silicon Valley, and it wasn't built by a corporation chasing trends. It came out of CERN, the same place where the web itself was created, and ever since then, Proton has carried this almost myth-like reputation. The privacy purist's VPN, the one people whisper about on Reddit threads, the one journalists and activists swear by. But the thing is, Proton VPN can either feel like the best decision you'll ever make, or a slightly frustrating one. In fact, there were two things that almost made me not recommend it. So in this video, we're going past the marketing and into the truth, what Proton VPN absolutely nails, what it surprisingly struggles with, and whether this privacy-focused giant is really worth trusting in 2026. By the end, you'll know if Proton VPN is actually right for you, or if you're better off with something simpler like Nord or Express. Oh, and yes, there is a genuinely usable free plan, but it comes with some important limits, and I'll explain exactly what those are later. I have also included special links in the description to check the best available price for some of the products featured in this video. It's usually up to date, so feel free to take advantage of the current opportunities they provide. All right, moving on. Let's start at the beginning, because Proton's origin story explains everything that comes next. Proton isn't just another random tech company that decided to make a VPN one afternoon. It was founded in 2014 by scientists and engineers from CERN, the same place where the World Wide Web was created. Their whole mission from day one has been pretty simple: build privacy tools that can actually protect people in the real world, especially journalists, activists, and anyone living under heavy surveillance. Their first product was Proton Mail, which blew up because it offered something rare at the time: true end-to-end encrypted email. And as government surveillance grew and major tech companies started collecting more and more data, Proton realized email wasn't enough. People need privacy across their entire online life. That's where Proton VPN came in. The service launched in 2017, originally as a security tool for people who needed to bypass censorship and state-level monitoring. Over the years, it transformed from a niche privacy project into a full-blown, feature-packed VPN used by millions. Proton's whole identity comes from that culture: transparency, open-source apps, independent audits, and a business model that doesn't rely on selling your data or showing ads. They're pretty much the polar opposite of Google. So that foundation, open-source culture, and privacy-first design set a very clear expectation. But how does that actually translate into real security? That's where things start to get interesting. When it comes to security and privacy, Proton VPN nails the basics and then some. First, the basics. It uses industry-standard AES 256 encryption and ChaCha20 for some protocols. And speaking of protocols, you have a bunch of modern protocols to choose from, including a special stealth protocol that hides VPN traffic as normal internet data, slipping past firewalls. Kill switch and DNS leak protection are built in. Most importantly, Proton is Swiss-based and has a strict no-logs policy that's been audited multiple times by independent firms. Now, the practical extras. Proton supports split tunneling on desktop and mobile platforms, such as Windows and Android, so that you can route some apps through the VPN and others directly. For example, you could game through your normal ISP connection for low ping, while Netflix and your torrent client fly under the VPN cloak. It's handy for balancing speed and security. In its paid plans, Proton includes NetShield, its built-in DNS filter that blocks ads, trackers, and malware domains. What does all that jargon mean? Well, fewer ads and even a little faster loading, since your browser doesn't download junk. It's like having an ad blocker at the network level. Ever notice how some sites feel slower because of all the pop-ups and ad trackers? That's exactly what NetShield cuts out. Its secure core multi-hop routes your traffic through extra protected servers before it goes out to the internet, making it harder for network attackers to get you. There's even a Tor over VPN option that tunnels your traffic through the Tor network so your ISP doesn't know that you're connecting through Tor. Plus, all the apps are open source, letting anyone inspect them. Even the kill switch interface is very transparent. In some, Proton VPN is built by security experts and loaded with privacy features. But the thing is, privacy tools usually come with a downside. They're complicated. But Proton tries to avoid that trap. So let's talk about what it's actually like to use day to day. Proton manages to keep it user-friendly. The apps were designed with a clean, modern interface. There's a big Connect button that automatically picks a fast, low-load server for you. You also get a smart protocol setting that chooses the best protocol for your network, so you don't have to fiddle with WireGuard versus OpenVPN all the time. And if you're into streaming or torrenting, you can save those as one-click profiles. All major platforms are supported: Windows, macOS, Linux, Android, iOS, even Android TV, Chrome OS, routers, and browser extensions. They also keep improving the apps with updates and offer live chat support for paid users if you ever get stuck. However, a clean interface means nothing if the VPN is so slow that you'd rather just turn it off. Remember how I said Proton can be a bit frustrating? The speed tests are where that really shows up, both in good and bad ways. Proton VPN punches well above its weight. They've built a proprietary VPN accelerator that optimizes key tasks and uses a modern 10 gigabit per second backbone for popular locations. So that means you don't have to sacrifice speed for security. In my speed test, where I used a base download and upload speed of 100 megabits per second, Proton VPN clocked in at 86.07 megabits per second download and 90.66 megabits per second upload. That's a drop-off of just 14 and 10% respectively, with a ping of 78 milliseconds. That's more than fast enough for streaming, gaming, or handling big uploads securely. Proton is on par with, or sometimes even faster than, big names like NordVPN and ExpressVPN, especially when using WireGuard. Secure Core can slow things down, but that's expected and only worth enabling when you genuinely need the extra protection. Performance is only one half of the equation. The other half is simple. How much are you going to pay? I have good news because one of Proton VPN's selling points is its generous free tier. You'll get unlimited data with no caps, no ads, and the same strong encryption as paid users. The only catch is that free plans are limited to just one device, and you're only allowed to connect to a few servers. Speeds usually dip at peak usage times, and you can't stream or torrent using the free tier. But to be fair, unlimited browsing on public Wi-Fi and hiding your IP is more than enough for most users. If you want to go premium and unlock faster servers, streaming support, and advanced features like Secure Core and Tor over VPN, their paid plan costs $2.99 a month when billed over 2 years. And if you're really into Proton's ecosystem with encrypted email, cloud storage, and calendar, they have a full bundle called Proton Unlimited that'll cost you $6.49 a month on the longest plan. Is it a good deal? Well, compared to other VPNs, Proton's pricing is competitive. The annual price is generally lower than that of other providers such as ExpressVPN, and ExpressVPN has no free version at all. Also keep in mind that Proton offers yearly discounts, sometimes up to 75% off, so you can snag Plus for just a few dollars a month if you catch a deal. By the way, you can use our link in the description to get the best available deals right now. Alright, we've seen the data, so let's sum it up. Starting with what we like. Proton VPN nails the essentials of a great VPN. It's built on a foundation of privacy. Switzerland-based, audited no logs, open source code. Encryption and protocols are top-notch. The extras like a kill switch, split tunneling, a NetShield ad blocker, and the Secure Core double hop are all great as well. The interface is slick and easy to use, and performance-wise, Proton is fast, especially with WireGuard and VPN Accelerator. Oh, and don't forget the really generous free plan and the fairly reasonable pricing. However, no VPN is perfect, and Proton VPN is no exception. The obvious flaw is being locked to one device on the free plan. Also, Proton's Secure Core is great, but it can slow things a bit, so stick to normal servers unless you really need the extra layer. Personally, I noticed that the UI lags a bit when I use the interactive map, which is more of a nitpick, but I did notice it. So what's the final verdict? Proton VPN is a fantastic privacy-first VPN. It ticks nearly all the boxes: ultra-strong encryption, audited no-logs policy, open source, and a rich feature set. It's very user-friendly and performs extremely well, even rivaling or beating major VPNs in real-world speeds. The free plan makes it accessible to anyone, and paid plans are reasonably priced. If your priority is strong privacy and you like the Proton ecosystem, this is one of the best choices out there. For most users, Proton VPN deserves a spot on your shortlist. To put it bluntly, Proton offers one of the most secure and capable VPNs available. If you found this video helpful, give us a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you want to see how Proton VPN stacks up against other VPNs, watch this video on the best VPN services out there. Or if you want to make your email experience as private as possible, check out this video on the best email providers for privacy and security.